But moving on now, the National Youth Service Corps has denied reports that it extended the service year of a Lagos-based corps member, Rita Ugwamaye, popularly known as Raye, as punishment for her criticism of President Bola Tinubu's administration. Now, Raye recently went viral a couple of months ago on TikTok after posting a video where she voiced frustration over Nigeria's economic hardship and rising inflation. And there was widespread speculation that her service year had been extended in retaliation to her criticism of the current government. But when contacted on Tuesday, the NYSC's acting director of press and public relations, Carol Embu, debunked the claims, and she clarified that such decisions are only made at the point of passing out and that no extension had been issued in Rita's case. As of press time, no official NYSC statement or document has confirmed any disciplinary action against Raye, and her herself, she hasn't actually come out to share any updates suggesting that there was an extension of her service here on her social media pages. A spokesperson for the NYSC has also emphasized that the NYSC operates under established rules and procedures, and that any such decision would be made in accordance with its guidelines. What I found interesting is that when we look at the engagement that the story of her criticizing the government got versus the NYSC now coming out to debunk these claims, there was a big disparity. We like fighting, we like catastrophe. Nobody is taking this story that the NYSC did not actually extend her service here. Interesting. Let's take a look at social media. Gabriel says, make Shisha pass out with her batch members, then we go no, unless they extended it for another reason. We'll take another tweet. Omar says, this is the power of social media. Someone from above has called them. Team, I think it's very, very important that the NYSC came out to debunk these claims, because oftentimes we pin these things on them because we want controversy. We want a figurehead for the fight against the government. And so it's good that the NYSC came out and said, we did not do this to this young woman.
Citizens journalism, that's what social media is all about. And you can broadcast anything. There are no filters. You just go ahead and do what you want to do. However, it is said that there's no smoke without fire. So maybe we're going to hear more on this issue. But the story that really got me is the drug addiction story. I saw these young men looking like half-dead zombies and so on. And it really touched me. You know, Nigeria has a myriad of problems. For us to now start dealing with widespread drug addiction, statistics, 14.3 million Nigerians are addicted to one substance or another, call it Colorado, ice, whatever you want to call it. It is something we have to take really very seriously. NDLEA, this is a call to action. Let's get the people, the drug barons, you know, so we don't degenerate to a position where we'll start having drug cartels in Nigeria.
Picking it up from there, it's also a situation that the U.S. is facing as well, where you see a number of persons acting like zombies and all of it. And you see some non-governmental organization coming to help these people. I think it's a collective effort to addressing it, not just the NDLEA, NGOs, parents, families should step into addressing this matter. How did we get to this point? And perhaps if we begin to treat this matter as a crime, maybe it will cut down what we are seeing right now. Of course, the NDLEA has been doing a lot with fighting these menace, but then it cannot do it alone. We need to join hands with them to addressing it. And then for the story of Peter Obi's brothers, the demolition of his property, it's unfortunate that it happened, but Lagos State government has come out to speak about it, that he needs to take the right step at addressing it, report to the police, ensure that he reports to the right persons. The commissioner for the environment has said it has nothing to do with him. And so every other person that he can speak with in the state, he should begin to speak with them. We do not need to politicize everything when it comes to these kinds of things. Politics should not be brought in. Let's deal with the issue head on.
Yes, it's very easy. People always point accusing fingers, saying that, yeah, because his brother was a candidate in the 2023 elections, that is the reason they're attacking him or something, or to just decimate him before 2027. All of those, you know, cockbull stories, it doesn't really make any sense. The thing is, if you feel that you've been wrongly attacked, go to court, report to the right authorities so that they take action. That's one. And the second one is the lady the core member who is claiming, or maybe on her behalf, or she's the one claiming that she's been extended. I mean, tenure. I want to say tenure. She wasn't appointed. Her service here has been extended. It could be. Yeah. So I think that should now bring up questions as to how is she serving the motherland? I mean, the fatherland. Are you going to your PPA? Are you doing what is expected of you as a core member? Or are you already envisaging, are you feeding forward that, yeah, maybe I've done something wrong and they might, eventually give me an extension to my service here? The fact that you criticize as a proper citizen doesn't mean that if you wrong the government, if you do not do the right thing, your service here won't be extended. So do not preempt anything. That is if that's the case. But if that's not the case, why thinking, yeah, they'll come after you? No. For what reason? You're not the first person to criticize whatever or whoever is in authority. For those that are the zombies on the streets that we're having, it's so sad that we're having our youth, leaders of our tomorrow, doing drugs. And the way they even branded this thing, there's a way they call it Colorado, because they made it look like, yeah, it's like cannabis. But it's not cannabis. Cannabis is a produce. This Colorado is a synthetic one that is made more dangerous. Exactly. And it was even developed in the United States. They now gave it that name. And there is this craze for anything Western. Whenever it comes there, we feel like, yeah, it's good. And then, calling it Colorado is just like calling poison champagne, because it sparkles. It's dangerous branding. And we need to think as youths. Look at the way you're rolling on the floor. Can't you see the images? Can't you see the videos before you get into it?
These people just want to feel among. They want to feel how does it make this person feel? Why is it that this person is acting like a zombie? I want to see how it feels. So they just take part in it. It's unfortunate that this is the level we have gotten to.
It is very, very scary. In regards to the demolition of Peter Obi's brother's property, I have to say that if they were acting under court orders and they were simply being obedient,